My name is Rona. I am 24 years old. I study economics at the university, but numbers cannot explain what I lost. This is my story about bread and love and loss. I met Fahid 6 months ago. It was a simple meeting, nothing special. I needed bread for breakfast. His bakery was on my way to class. I walked in and saw him working. He was 27, with strong arms from kneading dough. His face had flour on it. His smile was warm. He handed me fresh bread wrapped in paper. His hands smelled like wheat and warmth. I paid and left. That was all. But I came back the next day, and the day after. Soon it became my routine. Every morning I stopped at his bakery. Fahid always greeted me with a smile. We exchanged simple words. Good morning. How are you? Cold today. Small talk that meant nothing and everything. One morning I realized I forgot my wallet. I felt embarrassed. I apologized and said I would come back later. Fahid waved his hand. He said to take the bread. He said I could pay tomorrow. I was surprised. Most shopkeepers would never do this. But Fahid was different. He trusted easily. He believed in people. After that day, our conversations grew longer. I learned about his life. He lived with his mother and younger sister. His father died 3 years ago. Fahid became the provider. He worked from dawn until night. He made bread so his family could eat, so his sister could go to school, so his mother could rest. He never complained. He said work was blessing. He said feeding people made him happy. Fahid had dreams. He wanted to open a bigger bakery someday. He wanted to hire other young men who needed work. He wanted to give free bread to poor families. He said everyone deserved fresh bread. It was basic dignity. His words made me respect him. Then, respect turned into something more. I started to notice small things. How his eyes lit up when he saw me. How he saved the best bread for me. How he asked about my studies with real interest. How he listened when I talked. Really listened. Not many men did that. One day, Fahid asked if I wanted tea after I finished shopping. His bakery had a small room in the back. We sat on old chairs and drank sweet tea. He told me about his father, how he taught Fahid to make bread, how he said honest work with honest hands was the highest honor. Fahid said he tried to live by that lesson. I told him about my studies, about wanting to help my country's economy, about hoping for change. Fahid said I would make a difference. He believed in me without question. That belief felt like a gift. Months passed. We grew closer. Fahid told me he had feelings for me. He said he thought about me all day while he worked. He said my morning visits gave him energy to face hard hours. But then, he said he could not ask me to be with him. Not yet. He said he had nothing to offer. Just a small bakery and flour-covered hands. He said he wanted to be worthy of me first. I told him he was already worthy. I did not care about money or status. I cared about his kind heart, his strong character, his gentle soul. But Vahid was proud. He said he would work harder, save more money, build something better. Then he would come to my family properly. He would ask for my hand the right way. Winter came. Mornings grew colder and darker. Vahid started his work even earlier. He said winter meant more customers. People wanted hot, fresh bread when snow fell. I worried about him. I told him to rest more. He just smiled and said work never killed anyone. I wish I argued more. I wish I made him slow down. One morning, I woke before dawn. Something pulled me from bed, a feeling I could not name. I decided to go to the bakery early, maybe surprise Vahid, maybe share breakfast with him before class. I wrapped my coat tight against the cold. I walked through empty streets. The sky was still dark. Stars faded slowly. When I reached the market area, I saw men. 4 men with guns. They moved between shops, banging on doors, demanding money. Shop owners came out scared and handed over cash. I froze. I should have run. I should have hidden. But I saw them approach the bakery. I saw Vahid's light on inside. I could not move. The men kicked the bakery door. Vahid came out. He held a long wooden bread paddle in his hands. The men demanded his money. All of it. The day's earnings and the flour fund. Everything he saved. Vahid said no. He said this money fed his family. He said they should leave. His voice was calm but firm. The men laughed. One pushed him. Vahid pushed back. Another man raised his gun. Vahid swung the paddle. He hit the gun away. He shouted for people to run. Other shopkeepers who came out scattered. But Vahid stayed. He stood between the men and his bakery. He would not move. I screamed his name. He turned and saw me. His eyes went wide. He shouted for me to go, to run, to get away. But I could not. My legs would not work. Everything happened in seconds. The man with the gun aimed, fired. The sound cracked through the dawn. Vahid's body jerked. He dropped the paddle. He fell. Fresh bread spilled from his hands. Loaves he'd just finished baking. They scattered on the ground beside him. Still warm, still perfect. The men ran away. Shopkeepers emerged. Someone called for help. I finally moved. I ran to Vahid. I fell beside him. I held his head in my lap. Blood spread across his shirt. Too much blood. His eyes looked at me. He tried to speak, but only blood came out. I told him to stay quiet. I told him help was coming. I told him he would be fine. But I knew. We both knew. His hand found mine. He squeezed once. Weak, but there. His lips moved. I leaned close. I heard one word. Sorry. Then his eyes closed. His hand went limp. He was gone. The ambulance came too late. Police asked questions I could not answer. Someone covered Vahid's body. Someone led me away. But I remember the smell. fresh bread in the cold morning air, warm and sweet, mixed with blood and death. That smell haunts me still. I attended his funeral. His mother cried. His sister held my hand. She said Vahid talked about me every day. She said he was saving for an engagement ring. She gave me his notebook. Inside were sketches of a bigger bakery, plans for the future, our future, a future that died on a winter morning. I finished my degree. I got a job. I live my life. But every morning I smell fresh bread and I break. I avoid bakeries now. The smell is too much. It brings me back to that dawn, to Vahid falling, to fresh loaves on bloody ground, to love ending before it truly began. They caught the men who killed him. They went to prison. But justice does not bring back the dead. It does not return stolen futures. Vahid died protecting his honest work. He died defending dignity. He died being exactly who he was, good and brave and foolish. I loved him for all of it, and I will carry that love until I die too.